Today, we're going to be rebuilding the Denver Broncos here on Madden 26, and I'm going to start calling them, at least for now, the 10%ers. And the reason why I'm going to say that is because you compare the start to this season to last season, they're about 5 or 10% worse off so far than they were last year. And the thing with that is, when you go 10-7, you barely sneak into the playoffs, 5 or 10% is a win or two, probably losing on the year. So you're missing the playoffs at that rate, right? Of course, it's not like they can't turn around. You know, those were season stats. They've had a couple of tough games here. Chargers and Colts, especially the Colts this year, have been tough. Chargers obviously very good too. The first 3-0 team they've had in I don't even know how many years it said, 20-some years, 22, 23 was it? And Justin Herbert looking elite. I mean, he's winning on and off the field. Let's be real. He can't lose. He is not able to lose. It is impossible. And yeah, just a little bit more, that 5 or 10%. And this Denver Broncos team could be back on track to being, one of those quote-unquote contenders. It's a weird team to be calling a contender, but, at times they look really good. That defense was amazing last year. Of course, the trenches in general, very solid. But yeah, we talked about it, 10%. You look at everything outside of the run game, time to throw. QB accuracy, pass blocking, pressure rate, time of possession. Almost everything is just a slight bit lower than last year, which isn't the worst thing in the world to see, but can this team get back to that? We'll see. Of course, looking at the offensive line, I'm worried about it in-game. McGlinchey, Bowles, Powers, Wattenberg. How old is this guy? Yeah, he's old. Another, 24-year-old rookie, right? Those are guys I'm going to have to pretty much replace immediately. Like, Bowles is 33. I don't know if you're aware of this, but the guy is old. 6 or 7 years in the league, already 33. That's a problem. Of course, big thing with this team as well so far is the risk they took on some of these injury-prone players, the guys that have had injury concerns. Evan Ingram, already seeing it, right? On the other side of the ball, Greenlaw, already seeing it. Dobbins, ironically enough, you're welcome, Broncos fans. I kind of premonized this one. I, grabbed him in a Broncos rebuild last year before, like a week or two before they actually got him, and he did really well in that, and so far he's actually done pretty well. He had a good game against his former team. Question is, injuries again. So much injury risk on these players that I don't want to see it happen, but if you were to bet on it, you'd kind of think Dobbins is going to go down one of these times. And is RJ Harvey that guy? I don't know. He's had some moments. I don't like that he wears number 12. I get confused. I see him out there catching a ball. I'm like, oh, look at that wide receiver go. Maybe they actually have a receiver besides Sutton. And nope, it's a running back. Of course, Cortland Sutton, number 1 wide receiver. No one even close to him. Marvin Mims. I mean, there's just so much inconsistency. They need someone to emerge. Like similar to what the Chargers with Quentin Johnston just coming out of nowhere. They need somebody to do that, right? Like, oh, these guys, they're okay. Maybe they make a play here or there. Oh, now this guy's a number 2 wide receiver. Maybe he's a number 3, but he's actually solidified. Right now, it's like, who is number 2? Mims, I guess. I suppose. Maybe Troy Franklin, but yeah, they need someone to emerge there. Bo Nix absolutely needs to play better because he has not had a great start. Then we look at the defense side of the ball where, I think the pressure's been good, right? I still think this is a good defense for sure. Again, they're a little bit worse off than last year, but when they're going to be healthy, I think they're going to be a solid defense. And I do worry in game, though. I need to replace Cooper. I need to replace Singleton. I need to replace Allen and Franklin Myers. I need to replace Riley Moss. But in real life, they got some playmakers. They got some studs here. Nick Benito just needs to be that guy, kind of carry that front. As obviously, Surtain's going to be that guy in the backfield, in the secondary, I should say. And it's a good defense. It is still a good defense. Again, maybe they haven't been as hot as they wanted to start, but it's still a good team that can right their wrongs. And again, it starts with this guy right here, Bo Nix, which is why I'm doing this rebuild right now, because I do worry he's going to drop in overall, because again, it has been a rough start. But anyways, the big question here, can we bring back that 5 or 10%, maybe add it to the positive, 5 or 10% better than last year, which I think that alone makes them a contender. Let's see if we can do it. Also, if you end up enjoying the video, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Let me know in the comment section below which team you'd like to see next, or if you have a challenge rebuild idea. We will have Panthers franchise tomorrow. Maybe check out the second channel, PK Plays for non-Madden content. Been playing Borderlands 4. Maybe become a member. We have a bunch of members-only rebuilds. And then the biggest thing you can let me know, because I didn't watch the full game, what the hell happened in that late fourth with the Broncos? Didn't they have like a Bo Nix scramble for like 9 yards on 3rd and 10? Was it really 4th and 1 or 4th and inches and they punted the ball to lose the game? Justin Herbert cannot lose off or on the field. What are we doing? If you can't trust your team for 1 yard, are you even a football team? I'm just saying. Either way, let's see how this season finishes. Maybe they do turn it around. Maybe it's not even much of a rebuild. They win Super Bowl year 1. Let's find out. Also, they do see the Broncos beating the Bengals. The craziest part is, even though this is the Week 3 starting point, for some reason EA doesn't have Joe Burrow injured, which I'm not sure what we're doing there. This is supposed to be updated, but sure. But we still absolutely destroyed them, just like the Vikings did in real life. But yeah, now we have the Eagles where things are not looking as promising. All right, we got some contracts, and I struggle with J.K. Dobbins. 26 years old. I would do a 1 year, a 2 year maybe. 2 year 12? Up the years? No, I don't want to. How about you up the overall? Maybe? No? Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else? Won the contract and deserving of one. This fella is good, but 29 years old, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Sorry, Singleton. I'm not doing it. All the older guys here, we're moving on. We are moving on. The Broncos feel like a team. It's probably just because of Bo Nix. They feel like a team that should be younger than they are, but they're kind of not that young. Pretty good middle. Like, not a bad middle at all, and just not a great finish. So, iffy start, iffy end. Pretty damn good middle, but it's not going to mean anything as we are going to be out of the playoffs at 8-9. One more win right at the end for good measure to ruin our draft pick. But yeah, you can see, after the Bengals win, loss to the Eagles, Jets, then it's week 7. You win one, you lose one, you win 3, you lose one, you win one, and then, lose 3 in a row. So near the end of the season, not great. A couple of close losses in there as well. Again, we talked about it, 5 or 10% better in some of those games, and we're in the playoffs again. So just like we talked about before this thing started, exactly what happened. 1 or 2 more losses than, you would have had. And boom, just like that, we're out. We're simply out. Not a bad, offensive season. Troy Franklin, that is really surprising, though. I mean, he, didn't even have close to the most catches yet. Well, he had the second most catches, but did really well with them. 10 touchdowns, 1,100 yards. What about sacks? Not bad, actually. Pass rush. Allen with 13 sacks. 10 for Cooper. Only 8 for Benito, which is a disappointment. Franklin Myers with 8, which is really good. Picks, 3 for Greenlaw, and, not much going on elsewhere. Lutz, not very good. Punting, good enough. That guy's an undercover cop. I don't know if you would even call him super undercover at all. Jalen Hurts is the league MVP. Looking at the award wins, Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Ward. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Mason Graham. Also, I forgot about Barron. What about Barron? I've been hearing things about him not playing, but is it even injury related? Completely forgot about him. I don't know if he's dealing with something or not, but I know he hasn't really played as many snaps as you would have expected him, right? And we have our Super Bowl, the Eagles and Ravens. I mean, I could see it. Right? They both haven't played perfect football, but I don't really think there's a single team in the league that has. The Lions are actually kind of getting back to that status of okay, wait a minute now. Are they back? Eagles 16-1. All right, 17-14 over the Ravens. Take a look what dev ups we had. Maybe a Dobbins one if we're lucky, which we do not see. Offensively, just no dev ups there. A couple upgrades, which is nice. Defensively, anything going on here? Singleton goes to star, but that's about it. Not really much going on elsewise. Got a couple of upgrades you can get into. Where the hell is Jones? Jones just moved along here, but yeah, I mean, we got some upgrades, which is nice. We held them off for the first year. I want to manually get these guys' archetypes going, and all right, fair enough. I mean, 8-9's not bad. It's the Broncos in-game versus real life, right? In-game, the Broncos have never really been a great... Here we go, Bowles already retiring. 9 years, okay, he actually has played a little longer than I thought. But they've never really been a great sim team. They've never been a dominant sim team. Hell, I don't even know how many times I would say they've ever won the Super Bowl in sim. So 8-9, I could live with it in a tough division. And here we go with the re-signings. Dobbins, he really didn't move the needle with that overall. 2 year 14, no, yeah, in real life, I think you pay him if he's on the track that he did here. 3.9 yards per carry, 1,000 yards, good amount of touchdowns, but in game, not so much. Same with Franklin Myers. Yeah, 8 sacks, not bad, but $15 million for him. You know what? We can't replace everybody. So if I can get him back on 16, I'll do it. There you go. I mean, it's just you can't replace everybody. We have a lot of players to draft and develop, I think. So Don't know if I want it to be every single position at once. But we, of course, still do have a quarterback on a rookie deal, obviously. And we enter free agency with $48 million and maybe some more to spend. But as of right now, we got to get a new left tackle. Our tackle situation is done for. Do I move someone over from right tackle, left tackle? Maybe. Joel Bitonio, we'll have to see what happens there. But yeah, as of right now, free agency's looking a little iffy. Corner, Greg Newsome's an upgrade. But he's not like well, that changes everything upgrade. I think you just get Barron at number 2 and just call it a day. Pace is an upgrade, but again, is he really that much of an upgrade? I'll have to take a look at our team again real quick and make a decision, but I'm not thinking we're going anybody here. I personally just don't. I don't think we will. Other than maybe Bitonio. I think we're probably going to save our money. Also, hold up. Troy Franklin's kind of cooking. You know, this team's actually, they're kind of cooking. All right, here we are in the draft with pick 16 overall. We're going to be moving on straight on to 16 because we had a bunch of edge rushers that hopefully will be there. I seen one that, wow, well, I went really high, so maybe not. Seen a 1 to 2 edge rusher, a couple of round oneers, and we see that they're pretty much all here. It is a need. The problem is, A, the guy's a power move guy, and B, he's really not that fast, but he is a 1 to 2 talent grade. Do I take a risk on a 2 to 3, thinking, you know, maybe a guy like Cam Jordan, interesting name, by the way, is a little bit better of a pure fit? I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. We still need linemen, obviously, which you can see here is not the best. You have a 6'8" Emmanuel Barnes. Very interesting player there. And then you have Weatherspoon, who looks very good too. But first rounders there, I'm not sure. Not 100% sure. Edge is tough because, again, McCollum is a 1 to 2, but it's all about the hiddens. It's all about the fits. And I feel like Jordan fits a little bit better, right? I do like Medlock as well. I'm going to take a chance on Cam Jordan. Don't love the 6'1", though. But 6'1s have been hitting a lot for me. They usually star, but let's go. Let's go. Cam Jordan, 57 truth. I'm not too worried about that. Dev. And he's in Dev. There you go. If he's 81 speed, what the hell is McCollum, like 72? Either way, hell of a draft pick. We're going to go on to the next round because I do... Here's the thing. I don't know if I need tight end right now, but we obviously aren't going to be able to use Evan Ingram like much longer. He's already dropped down like to 82 overall. Are the tight ends still there? They are. Oh, Barnes is still there. I might make a trade up for Barnes. Get ourselves a high overall left tackle. Well, hopefully it's a high overall left tackle, but a high projection left tackle, I suppose. This is going to be the pick that radicalizes me to never take a first round or highest second round lineman ever again, huh? Let's just call it how it is. That's the reality we're going to be living in. Oh, man. The future picks, they don't feel them. The AI does not care about future picks. But there we go, 5th and a 6th, which felt like pure theft. Like, I felt like a 5th this year would have easily done it, but not going to happen. Don't need wide receiver. Did scout some, but don't need him anymore. Yeah, left tackle. We need linebacker as well, but Emmanuel Barnes, we need a left tackle. Let's go. See what we got. 42 true, please be hidden. I'm never going to do it again. Okay, there you go. 6'8", 92 strength, hidden dev. That is the kind of pick that'll get me to take more in the future. Of course, we do have... What the hell is his name? I am drawing a blank. The linebacker, the tall linebacker. So even though linebacker's a need, we could get away with the guys we have. I would prefer, though, to take someone else. So I'm going to go down until they're... Wow, we might not have any because one's already gone. I'm going to, sim down here until we're down to like one linebacker, see where they're taken, and maybe make a play for them. All right, I wanted a linebacker, couldn't do it. Donovan Whiteside is going to be my next choice here in the 3rd round. Could use a center. He's a smaller guy, so maybe. And he's in depth. There you go. I think that's a decent center. And this guy looks raw as hell, but he's 6'8". I'm going to take a chance. This could be a really bad overall, but please be hidden. That's fine as long as he's hidden. Oh, for a 4th round pick, too? That is bad. We do have a pretty good finesse blocking guard here, though. 39 bench reps. I think he's short, though, so I don't think he's going to be able... Well, 6'3", maybe. 6'4", I think he'd be a perfect tackle, but 6'3" is a little short. Even 6'4" is, arguably short at tackle. And then 7th round pick, we got ourselves a speedy running back, Niles Hodges. We need the running back. Ooh. If he's hitting, he might... Ooh. I'm going to say if he's hitting, he might start, because I'm really not putting enough emphasis on needing a running back when RJ Harvey, if I'm not mistaken, isn't he like pretty damn old for like a running back already. Oh yeah, he's starting. He's 100% starting. 77 overall is cool, but 25 already. Hodges is the starter, which I never even thought of. Like, we literally just took him right there. If there was a DT there, we probably would have taken them. Right tackle is pretty bad, but everything else I don't hate. Cam Jordan, new starting edge outside. Oh, we got to change that face. Dude looks like a 350-pound, like 61-year-old. Dev, starring. I mean, I expected star, but that's fine. Opposite side of Benito. Fantastic. I don't know what number to put him at. 55, I guess. And then let's change that appearance. All right, Barnes, 74 overall head in. He's a good power blocker. Let's take a look at what that Dev is, because, again, yeah, you're getting a 6'8" guy, but normally, if this is just a star Dev, which he is, it's just like, what's even the point? You could have just taken a guard later on in the 3rd or the 4th round, which we sort of did anyways, I suppose. But 3rd round, Whiteside. Brand new center. We did also get Joel Bitonio in free agency. Didn't mention that, but yeah, he'll be our left guard for now. Probably save some money with releasing Ben Powers, or maybe a team will give us like a 6th or 7th round pick for him, perhaps, if we're lucky. And then the final pick, the running back who's actually, I mean, the guard, cool, but the running back who's actually pretty damn solid looking. Yeah, change of direction and juke move with that speed is actually really good. He's going to be our starter by default. Dev. Yo! He's an X Factor! I've never, well, I wouldn't say I've never had this, but in a rebuild, I don't know how many times we had this. This is rare. This is very rare. I put 2 or 3 running backs on my board, basically just, anyone that was kind of fast, and we got the jackpot in luck. Normally, you're getting normal Dev, high overall, maybe star, sometimes superstar, almost never X Factor. Dude, USC, dude. It is busted. And actually, I'm not even going to look at the players because I don't want to know for the next rebuild, because I'm pretty sure, if you were to load up week 3, you'd find the same running back we just drafted. I don't know if it's always the same all the way across the board, but the majority of the draft will be the same. So I don't want the spoiler for, the next 2 rebuilds. I think we'll probably have at least 2 rebuilds with this weekly thing in the future. Probably a Thursday and a Saturday or a Sunday rebuild. But yeah, that's a sick pick. Bo Nix already 26, which is crazy, by the way. But yeah, Hodges, he's the savior at running back. Let's go. Massive. No Bitonio. Ben Powers of the Browns for a 6th round pick. All right, season number 2. The team looks pretty good, right? Other than the fullback, which, who it doesn't really count. Everyone's at least a star dev. A couple superstars involved as well. Obviously, long-term, you have to replace left guard, you have to replace right tackle, you have to replace tight end, and then possibly wide receiver 1. I don't hate Franklin and Mims, though, at 2 and 3. Running back, obviously, looks amazing with an X Factor. Bo Nix, need that +2 desperately from training camp. Defensively, Sanders was the guy I was talking about with the 6'5"-ness, if you will. Jordan, hopefully, has a Rookie of the Year type of season. Savion Jones, hopefully, has a great year. There's potential here. Hufanga's an 87 overall. What a year he had for us. 26 only, so I like the trajectory. I just don't know if it's, what's going to happen with these playbooks. How we looking? All right, we are at the re-sign period, which, hey, our money's not too bad. One thing that's really bad, though, we're kind of having the worst season I've ever seen compared to our overall. I've never seen a season this bad. 6-year 48 for Mims. He's an 80 overall. We're hoping he can continue to develop. Brandon Jones, I do want to keep him, but I would not want to do a 3-year. Obviously, once he gets to that 30, it's where it gets a little bit tougher. Obviously, that's why they want the 3 or the 4 at that point, because they know it too. Riley Moss, I like the depth there. Drew Sanders, I think we can do better, so I am not going to do more than a 2-year 8, which he does take. Glad he realizes his value as well. Ingram's for sure gone. Franklin's is for sure gone. I don't know why I said Franklin's. Myers. Bitonio's retired, I imagine. And the background is very dark right now. I'm in the dark. Hello? Help? Who's there? Aaron Rodgers. Oh, Troy Franklin superstar. I don't know if you caught that right at the end. Troy Franklin's a damn superstar. I did not expect this at all. Troy Franklin superstar, almost 82 overall. The guy's kind of killing it. I gotta say, he's killing it. 2-year 32 for Jones. I think that's fair. I'm not sure why I did it. I changed the playbook kind of near the end of the season, and we won a bunch of games, which is really stupid because we could have just, tanked the season, got a really good draft pick. How did we finish anyways? Yeah, we won a few games at the end. You're thinking 7-10. Yeah, that sucks. but it could be worse. Well, when you consider we were like 1-9 or something crazy, what, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1-9, yeah, it's pretty bad. We won 6 of the last 7, which again kind of proving that playbooks still play way too much of a factor. Bo Nix still had a pretty good year. I mean, obviously we played the Packers scheme offensively the final 7 weeks, but I don't think you get these numbers just from playing a different playbook, the final 7 weeks. So the Broncos scheme was doing well. It just wasn't winning games. Sutton was amazing, though. Franklin's still really good. Mims a little iffy. Ingram, that's good. Blocking was really rough for the rookie. Pass rush, Jordan, 12.5. Could we get rookie of the year on both sides? That'd be insane. Allen, please get a damn dev up. Bonitos, he's not really performing like I'd want. Maybe a defensive change needs to be made too. McLaughlin, I didn't think about paying him, but we probably will. Kroshoff, he needs a contract anytime soon. We'll pay him too. Mahomes is the MVP of the league. Cortland Sutton's the offensive player of the year, though, on the AFC side, as we get offensive and defensive rookie of the year. Obviously for Jordan, that's a way bigger deal than just the running back. That's a dev up. Same with Sutton. That's a dev up. We got a couple of dev ups here guaranteed. The kicker got one as well. For a 7-10 team, though, it was pretty significant. Ravens are back in the Super Bowl against an NFC East team. It is not the Eagles, though. A little bit of not a surprise, but, a little different. The Commanders, who win. Ravens back-to-back Super Bowl losing AFC team. Dev ups, maybe Bo Nix, and yes, Sutton the dev up. Bo Nix the dev up. Obviously, you need to take a look at this one. This is the most significant one of them all, as he's not getting any younger. Already 27 years old. In Madden, that's like a death sentence. In real life, it means nothing. Hodge is already an 88 overall. Not a bad rookie year by any means, especially for Madden terms, but definitely higher than I still would have expected. Regression for Sutton, not too bad. I think the superstar saved him a bit. Then we move on to the defensive side of the ball, where we see, like we were hoping, Zach Allen gets to superstar dev. Massive. That is going to help him not be a bum. All right, that's the good part. Bad part is we got to pay him and a couple other guys coming up. Riley Moss, who's a free agent now, is superstar dev. It doesn't really change much to me. And then, of course, we do see Cam Jordan, the biggest dev up on the defensive side of the ball for sure, goes to superstar. And, of course, like we talked about, that damn finesse, dude. The speed rusher is just so busted. When are we going to see a slight nerf? 30% worse than what it is now, I think, would be a pretty safe bet. Either way, team looks good. Win-loss doesn't, but team looks good. Let's keep on grooving on. Hopefully we can... Wow, the Vikings losing some players here. We can get to the playoffs one of these damn seasons. I almost left. I almost raged. I don't know what to do with here with this option, because this is not bad, $45 million, but you might be able to get them in the 40 to 50 range anyways. Wait any longer, especially with the training camp stuff. Not that that matters. The training camp stuff's going to be early anyways. I don't know. It might get a little expensive. But Tony also doesn't retire, but we didn't win anything with him here, so I'm not really sure I care to keep him either. I'm going to keep McLaughlin because he had a great year. If he wants to stick around, we'll do a 2-year deal because he's going to want a 3-year. It's a lot of money, but there you go, 3 or 15. That's about that. Bo Nix, we're going to re-sign him long-term regularly. We got to see if we can save some more money because I feel like this team is still pretty damn expensive. $49 million with a quarterback not yet paid. I feel like we should have more than this. Got to be some veteran that's costing a lot. Aiden Hutchinson, veteran I would love to have on the team, but obviously not going to do that. Zay Flowers, cool. Honestly, other than like a tackle, not really anyone I'd want. Elton Jenkins at right tackle, we've done that a few times. O'Neal could do that. I don't know. It's just like, again, do the actual tackles matter? Because we know their numbers suck. But is it the overall that gives them a better chance to win, right? Like, if we have a 90 overall right tackle that gives up 30 sacks, did that still give us a better chance to win than a 72 overall right tackle that gave up 29 sacks? That's the thing. I don't know. There's no way to physically test it. There's way too many variables. It's way too random. Never going to be able to test that. But my personal opinion has always been that it's overall is king, stats are secondary. Because you can tell that by if you have a really bad overall team and you force win, they usually just give you a low-scoring win. Like, if you give a 0 overall team a force win, it's 3-0, 7-0. So if it wasn't that, you'd think it would go like 30 to like 17, a normal game. But no, they still give you relative to your ratings stats in those games. So that's why I do think the overall does matter, and it's not just about their on-field performances. So we kind of maybe just proved it, right? In a way. Like, I think that's actually pretty much almost definitive proof that I've always been right about that. Or maybe everyone already knew that, and I'm just, like, talking about something that's old news. Either way, go Ellen Jenkins, get a right tackle out of him. And while we need linebacker, I don't think you're going to find that in free agency. So let us be moving on to the draft. Ellen Jenkins is now a Denver Bronco. They like their free agents, so this is not a bad player to have as a free agent. Probably going to move him to right tackle and just trade off McGlinchey for like a 4th-round pick. Probably save some money unless he was already a free agent. We just let him go. I don't remember. We trade off McGlinchey, a 6th this and a 6th next year, to the Giants for a 3rd-round pick. I know he's 32, but good tackles don't usually come up on the market via trade or free agency often. You can still probably get 3 to 4 years out of him, potentially. A little higher than maybe we should have went, but that's fine. It helps us out. That's all that matters to me. We save a little more money trading Cooper to the Panthers for a 4th-round pick. All right, pick 11. We're doing this crap again, huh? Big thing that we need, definitely a tight end. Definitely tight end. We got a couple of them. Alan Whitmore. I don't love the speed, but typically when someone, even if they're slow, looks like they're good with a top true talent, number one, if it was top 5, it'd be really goated. I usually believe him. Speed doesn't matter too much in a Madden rebuild sense. We also have DT as a decently big need. Scouted some of these quote-unquote edges that would definitely be putting at DT, and they're pretty good, so I really think that you probably could just get away. This guy looks insane at safety, by the way. Don't really need a safety too bad. But you probably get away with a trade down from 11. Maybe take one of the tight ends late first. Trade up, take a DT, maybe. Is Whitmore still there? He is, which, it's interesting. It's intriguing, to say the least. But I do not know if I'm going to go that route. He's good. Problem is I didn't get to scout the other tight ends. There's some really solid tight ends here. I did the first 3 focus were tight ends. As you can see, the top 3 there. And then the next focus were those DTs. Sanchez, I think, is good, though. So I'm going to make this move down to like 24, 25 maybe, because I've seen 2 to 3s go into the first. We traded a 1st and a 4th this with DJ Jones for a 1st, 2nd, and 5th this year and a 2nd next year. Pretty damn lucrative trade for us. See who the Steelers traded up for, which it is a defensive tackle. Don't know about that one. Probably shouldn't even have skipped this hard because tight ends they could be all gone. They really could be. But let's see. Whitmore went all the way to 13 because obviously the Falcons need a tight end if there was ever anything they needed. Oh, wow. Stallings is still there. I got Hufanga for 1 more year, Jones for 2 more years. But at the same time, this Stallings guy, I wish I could have scouted him further, but obviously there was no need to. This guy looks insane, dude. An A-man, a B-zone with athleticism. I don't know how I could pass on him. I'm just going to take him best available. He'll be our future free safety, I think. 3 true talent, please be dev'd. And he is. 93 speed, hidden dev. A-man and B-zone for a safety is crazy good. Let's go to the next round where we probably trade up with the Saints to at least land a tight end. I think we have a lot of DT options. Tight end. Am I willing to take Ellis? I am, definitely. So Ellis and Sanchez. The other 2 are all right, but Ellis and Sanchez, once one goes, you go for the other. And sadly, we have the choice. I think, even though I do like Sanchez quite a bit, you have no choice but to go Ellis, right? He's a 1 to 2. Surprised he's still there. Nicholas Ellis, elite speed, 89 maybe? 89 speed. 48 true, just be hidden. Even if he's normal, we'll live with it. But nope, yep, he's hitting 88 speed, 89 excel, kind of what we expected. Good draft pick for sure. What about those DTs? We have them all, huh? So you have Morris, who I like. Do you have Curtis you can just wait for? Yeah, you probably just wait for Curtis. And honestly, if Weatherspoon is there at 25, I'd take him and just move him to linebacker. It's pretty big for a safety. Oh, he's gone. There's no way, dude. Really? Over, like, Hancock? That's tough. I guess we do a little reach and go for Curtis. Interesting first name there, Curtis. Let's try to keep it professional, huh? 39 true talent. What do we got? Dude, normal dev. Oh, that sucks. But I don't know if you guys, play a lot of franchise and do drafts and whatnot, but have you guys had this kind of lag? Like, I don't get this lag when I'm playing, like, Panthers franchise and doing a draft. It seems like it's something to do with, like, doing too many drafts in a, like, short period of time or shorter period of time. But, like, look at how laggy that is, dude. It's just so delayed. Or maybe you guys can't even see it and I need to stop talking about it because even though I hate the lag, if you guys can't see it, then I don't really care. That's really my biggest concern. I'm not worried about it for me. I'm thinking of everyone else, obviously. Sal Lopez, another DT. Give us the hidden. 6'6" true talent. Well, the other guy's useless. Very disappointed, though, that we did not land a linebacker again. I think I might start bumping the linebacker classes a little bit and dropping the interior O-line. But either way, Demetrius McClellan, 5'10", 225. Maybe that's the argument at linebacker. Maybe. We'll see. 148 true talent with the dev of normal. Low change direction, good straight line speed. She's a little bit taller because 5'10" is crazy short. Now we make a trade down, and then the rest are linemen. You guys don't need to see that. You guys have seen that a million times from us, so you'll just see the end result. Okay, I lied. Even if you guys can't see the lag, it still pisses me off. Draft recap. Oh, yeah, he's good. 81 overall for Colt Stallings. It's like my damn game is stalling with all this lag, dude. 80 injury, 81 stamina, 79 toughness, but really talented. I don't know if I see him as a generational, but I do again see him. Well, I don't know if I see him as a free safety, because if we can't afford Hufanga, star dev, 37, I guess we'll keep him there. Save. Man, this lag, dude. Maybe my Xbox is freaking actually about to go, which oh, that would suck. The timing. Like, literally, they announced that the consoles are going to be more expensive now. Damn tariffs! Dev star for the tight end, who will start, obviously. Curtis, even though he's not going to start. Yeah, I mean, he is insane, though. 82 finesse. You wouldn't hate that. It's just, obviously, you got to start the hidden dev, especially since he's just as good at the finesse. You know, you got to just take what you can. You got the finesse in there. You take the guy, and you just, sometimes you get unlucky. 59. Let's see this man make 59 look good on defense. Actually, can you even wear 59 as a DT? Probably. The number of ranges are so insane. A bunch of hidden devs. That's hidden dev. That's hidden dev. That is normal dev. That is normal dev. And I actually don't know about springs. I just backed out of it right away because I just wanted a long snapper that I didn't have to pay. Simply put. You know, rookie deal, which I suppose you're still paying him like $1 million a year, but still. Yeah, not bad. Dobson could be a future tackle as he is hidden dev 6'4". All right, team for year number 3. We not winning a whole lot of games, but 88 overall off rip, 88 overall off rip, 86 overall off rip. The team does look better right away, right? So we'll see what happens this season. Hoping for the best with a lot of these guys. I mean, it's been a good trajectory. Maybe other than linebacker. One of these years, you got to make the playoffs, right? All right, this is where we were concerned. Bo Nix, 4-year, 217. How much is that? 54 per. So, yeah, it could have got really ugly if we would have waited even longer. Still pretty expensive. And, yeah, he's not guaranteed to join. The red interest is just kind of a joke, to be honest. But if we can keep Bo Nix and Troy Franklin, I'm happy. Obviously, I would love to keep Hufanga. We're not going to be able to. Obviously, I would love to keep Greenlaw. We're not going to be able to. He's also 30 years old. Who else do we have going down the line? Barron. Yeah, this team, I'm not really sure why it costs so much, to be honest with you. Maybe it's Zach Allen. I know he's getting a lot of money too, but like, this team doesn't feel like it should be this expensive. It really shouldn't. Like, we're losing Hufanga already in Greenlaw, and we're going to have like, well, I guess you could keep Hufanga. We're going to have 31 million left. Like, that feels kind of low. We'll do a 2-year 35 Hufanga. I can't believe he didn't take it. He's so interested in joining. We'll bump it slightly. 14 million left to sign all 3. So his fair offer is a 4-year 217, and he has still not taken the deal. Finally, at a 4-year 240. Wow. Over 60 per. Not sure 90 overall is worth that much, but thanks, EA. But what I will thank EA for is a damn good season. I did not expect to do this well. Like, we have done very well for ourselves. Very unexpectedly well as well, like I said. So well that final game didn't even matter. We had the bye week no matter what. And on top of it, we win anyways. 15-2. If we won the 2 games against the Chiefs, knocking them out of the playoffs in general as well. Show you guys, the win-loss. We rocked the Green Bay offense, kept the Denver defense. Only teams you lost to were the Chargers, well, and ironically enough, the Chiefs. What a year we had. Bo Nix, 4,200 yards, 41 touchdowns, 2 picks, could be MVP, should be X Factor. Hodges, 4.5 yards per carry, 5 touchdowns, 1,300 yards. Mims was amazing. Franklin was great. Sutton was great. The tight end was okay. Blocking, pretty damn good for the tackles. Barnes, much better than last year. Pass rush, Benito at 12, 13.5 for Allen, 8 for Jordan, and then not so great everywhere else. So Not going to win Rookie of the Year on either side of the ball. Wow, McLaughlin's been killing it, though. And Crawshaw. But not going to win Rookie of the Year on either side of the ball. But we got the bye week. And Bo Nix is MVP. Damn, I have never seen Bo Nix win MVP in Sim, to my knowledge, if I'm remembering correctly. So we have done some divine work here. Let's go to the divisional round, see if we can win a Super Bowl in year 3. As we take on the Patriots, we have them by 5 overalls. I mean, in Sim, we look unbelievable. But in-game, we'll find out. And we've got ourselves a snowy one. I don't know if this is a glitched snow or if this is just like a light snow and it's going to get crazier near the end of the game. Okay, I thought that just bounced off of his head. Mims not going to break the tackle. I mean, it looks like, it's just kind of piling on, but we'll definitely know. Well, actually, I won't even say we'll actually know, because a lot of times when you skip to another quarter, it does actually just kind of flicker. But in the past, when, the snow is glitched, but that looks good. It just, the next quarter, it just covers the field. So we'll find out, I guess. 7-6, and it doesn't. So it might just be this type of snow game, where it's not crazy. It doesn't always have to be a crazy snow game. Sometimes it does barely just cover the field, as the Patriots are covering the entire field with yardage, apparently, because they're getting points, we're getting nothing. Like, please? I mean, if this is actually a blitz, Ellis should be wide open here, right? Which he is. Great catch. Is short, but, I mean, that's manageable. You're telling me we had less than 50 yards through 3 quarters. Okay, it's glitched. Okay, I don't know what... No, it's not. They were 61 yards? 50 yards passing. Are you kidding me? What is this? I mean, how can you cover both routes? I'm asking simple questions. As we get the touchdown on 4th and 1. Like, they're playing way too far out. There's no way they can cover them, simply put. All right, we have gotten the team on the board, as they seemingly couldn't do that on their own. 2nd and 10, 1st and 10, 1st and 10, 2nd and 13, 3rd and 9, 4th and 7, get the stop. See if the offense can drive down, and this just 2-3 straight plays of just garbage. Not going to be punting the ball. What's the point? Ellis, he's got leverage, unless they drop back. Should see, left side of the field is wide, right? You have Mims or Franklin. And that's a tough one. It's behind him, and it's no first down. We should have taken B. But if he doesn't have a weird catch animation, that should be an easy first down. But he catches it like maybe the slowest I've ever seen. We made the read, made the wrong read arguably. Just, I saw the pressure inside there. Sutton, we did have the tight end, but this is a first down if it's not behind him. He's literally, caught it almost at the line. All right, defense, you're going to have to make a play, because otherwise we're about to lose to the Patriots in an upset, which is not what I want. All right, this is the play we can never stop. I don't know how to stop this play. It's impossible. Sanders 6'5". We got some bodies up here. And, oh! It's in a front flip flying kick to his head. I've been recently watching, some Jackie Chan movies. I don't know if you guys watch any, but... one of my favorites, Rumble in the Bronx, is actually on YouTube. This is some karate. Oh, yeah. That's what karate sounds like, if you're wondering. That is just the definition of what it sounds like. What is the damn camera view, dude? I changed it once, and I'm just lost. 6-point game. Why are we catching this? For what reason? 6-point game. We'll come in if need be, which we probably will need be. Oh, my Lord, this team. You would have thought the Patriots had the greatest defense ever assembled. I kid you not. You would have actually thought it was the best team to ever play the game. That's great coverage. Sutton, great catch, though. They were 4th and 3. At this point, you got to go for it. Even the AI is going to agree with us. We got a blitzer, which means somebody could be open. Over the middle. Please! No, that's game over. That's game over. I set the feet, and the game still said, hey, you're still scrambling, aren't you? He is wide open. They brought the blitz. We panicked ourselves for no reason. Could have stood tough in the pocket, and we have sold the game. And then for good measure on 3rd and 6, they score the touchdown. So they waste every possible second and score the touchdown anyways. 29-17. One of the biggest upsets of all time. Straight up. Straight up one of the biggest upsets of all time. Bo Nix finished with a better game than he started with, but that doesn't really mean anything when you blew the game entirely. That's a tough loss. Did we miss a field goal, actually? You know, not having, the 6-point deficit definitely played a factor. They missed an extra point, so actually we are the ones benefiting from a miss. 15-2. We get the bye week. We get, I mean, honestly, an insane poll, right? We get the freaking Patriots in Sim. Like, that's like Christmas. And we lose the game. That is ridiculous. No Chiefs, no Raven. Dude, that was the year. Patriots, Bengals, Jaguars. I mean, yes, the Bengals are pretty good, but... And then the Patriots are in the Super Bowl. Okay, sure. Why the hell not? You know, why not? And the Lions win the Super Bowl, so the Patriots just run through everybody, then lose the Super Bowl. Run through everyone, including us, mind you. Then they win. Then they lose the Super Bowl. Mims, superstar, barely going up in overall, though, I will admit. We've got our sliders pretty low. You know, don't want to go too crazy, but here's Bo Nix at 92 overall. What a guy. I mean, his accuracies are insane. He's so good. Yet, look like garbage in the playoffs, admittedly. Defensively, anything going on here? Zach Allen was already superstar, right? I think. And if not, well, the guy's cooking. And he was. He was superstar last season. He got it. Let's take a look at any potential retirements. Didn't really get much going in terms of development of the team. But, it was a good year. At least, actual physical development. A couple of retirements there, mentors, but they obviously all went up and overall. They all had some pretty good glow-ups, just not actual development trades. Negotiate $28 million, fifth-year option for Barron. We could probably get him on like 10 to 15, maybe. 28 million left. Greenlaw's already gone down a little bit. Yeah, I mean, it's just linebacker's tough to keep. It's tough to draft, tough to develop. And we're about to lose our best linebacker, so that's fun. Outside of like a one-year situation, which again, you can see, guys like Edgerrin Cooper, Jack Campbell, probably not going to go into free agency, but I would love Edgerrin Cooper. Cheap enough, 88 overall, young, obviously. We can afford him. It's just like, who do we have to pay next year? We obviously have Barron, but if there's anyone else on the team we could save money with, I would definitely spend money on a linebacker. That is by far our biggest weakness. And Edgerrin Cooper is a guy that kind of does it all, if you will. So Cooper would be a huge shortcut. Let's see if we can do it. We overpaid him. A 3-year, $64.5 million, but he is an 88 overall linebacker. This is like the heart and soul of a defense. Yeah, I mean, like, it's totally worth it. I don't know who we're going to lose. I'd rather even lose Barron over, having a guy like him. Especially linebacker, dude. I struggle linebackers this year. Used to be so easy, now it's tough. We'll see what happens. Obviously we have the team intact for right now. But going forward, probably losing Miners, which I could live with. Who else do we have? Jenkins probably gone. Jones is probably gone. I mean, I can live with all of that, though. So, the final 2 years of the rebuild, we severely upgraded. I don't know if severely is the word, but tremendously upgraded linebacker, which is a huge concern for us. And really, you're not losing too many great starters, right? Maybe Miners. Alton might retire anyways, and then Jones we have the replacement for already with Stallings. We have the replacement for him right now. We might even trade Jones as is, because Stallings already an 87. Played him in the slot, and I don't know if he went up in dev or not, but he had himself a year, let me tell you. So I'm not sure how much money we save, if any. Seems like 8 mil. I'll trade off Jones for, probably a pretty good haul as is, right? We trade Jones to the Browns for a third and a fourth. Safeties don't really go for a whole lot. Even that's probably an overtrade. All right, we're in the draft with pick 28, and I'm thinking corner might be the way to go. A lot of decent looking corners, and more importantly, don't know what's going to happen with Jahdae Barron. What the hell happened here? He was a 1-2. Now he's a 2-3. I have no idea, but he looks really good. Obviously 20 years old. Usually normal or star, but two corners that are 21. Oh, maybe it was this guy, and he didn't go down. I don't know. Either way, two 20-year-old corners. I'm willing to take one of them, obviously. We're going to go down there and make a trade up when we need to, because we do have an extra draft pick. It wasn't just corner I wanted, though. Was it linebacker as well? I think it might also be linebacker. All right, we trade up with the Titans. First, third, fourth, and the fifth next year to make this selection. I mean, the other corners look really good, too, but it's kind of hard to pass on a 20-year-old, right? 20 years old. Rashad Fuller. This is going to be our guy. Please be good. 9. Yeah, I worry about that. I worry about normal dev, especially at 20. I'm going to be so mad when Pierman and Meander are both hidden dev. If it wasn't Fuller would have been gone already. Meander was 100% the guy I would have taken. So let's find out. Let's find out after, well, not right now, but let's find out after this if we made the wrong call or not. Of course, Morrison looks really good. He's a 3-4, so in theory, he should be here at 15. Let's go. Which he is. Ben Morrison, insanely bad block shed, but super athletic. He will be a starter somewhere. 33 true talent, dev of hidden. Look at the athleticism. Damn. Obviously a bit undersized, but you can get him there. We can get him in the starting lineup. DT sort of the next need, kind of. Do you have another corner? He looked all right, but definitely not going to be drafting him, even if he had an A. Just threw him on there just in case he got desperate, in case he fell maybe, which he sort of has. Yeah, the next pick will be some sort of DT, I think. I don't love McMichael, but he is one of the best available. Low tackling, though, which is concerning. 69 true talent is hidden dev, though. I mean, I suppose he starts over Savion Jones, who just hasn't really developed. Also has insanely low strength. And with our third-round pick, Brett Clark, 6'5", 293, could be a future tackle. Already got Dobson anyways, but 55 true talent, hidden development trait. And then kind of, the same usual. Just going to go to the draft recap because most of these guys are backups that maybe are hidden, maybe they're not, and we likely don't play them. Well, you're definitely going to see this one because Javier Ivory, 40 true talent, is hidden dev. 93 speed, 93 excel. Yeah, pretty damn good. And then we're going to take another linebacker, Eric Campanero. Looks really good for a UDFA. 3-4 true talent, 95 true. Dev, normal. Still, not as athletic as I kind of thought he would be. I thought 86 speed, really good change direction maybe. Didn't really even look at the change direction ratings. I really do just pay attention to 40 time when it comes to those. Change direction doesn't really matter if you're not actually using the player. And I've never heard of a polite BJ, but sure, gotta respect your elders. I mean, what? 95 true talent. Fast. Not bad overall. Money is basically gone, but the cornerback, 78 overall. He'll play the slot this year. Maybe get a dev up. If he does, maybe we let Barron go. I don't know. Ben Morrison. I don't even think it's a will linebacker we need. I think it's the sham. So we'll take a look at his development traits while we move him over real quick. We'll need a replacement as well for Campbell because can't afford him, I don't think. Needs a contract this year. Superstar. Morrison was actually super worth the pick. Definitely need to take a look at those 6'4 corners, though, because I really do think we sold. McMichael, hidden dev. I think he will start automatically. Savion Jones isn't really moving the needle for us, and McMichael at least has a long-term development chance. He's only star development trait, sadly. And then the rest of the guys, I mean, they're all, hidden devs. Maybe one's a superstar, maybe one's, whatever. But as long as they're star plus, it's great. Ivory actually looks pretty good. He's one of the prototypical short route runner, types. But maybe he's superstar. Who knows? And he's not. All right, let's take a look. How did we do? Tell me the corners sucked. So there's Fuller. Meander, 77 overall, 92 speed, is also normal. Technically better than our guy, but as long as he's not hidden, it's not like someone I'm going to regret. Also, sweet, I can't even do anything. Oh, yeah, I forgot. That's a bug, too, isn't it? Checking the draft recap, it freezes the whole damn thing. Lovely. And Pierman was hidden development trade, so Pierman definitely was the better choice. Although I will say, Fuller, being younger and getting to play the slot, can potentially get to dev up anyways. Sitting Barron at 2 as the larger corner does kind of fit. So I think everyone kind of wins. Savion Jones, the Cowboys for a 4th-round pick. All right, here we go for season number 4. We had a really great regular season last year and then instantly blew it in the playoffs. What's going to happen this year? I don't know. This could be a failed rebuild, especially with our wide receiver room kind of stagnating around the 84 to 86 mark. Sutton's only getting worse. He's going to regress even harder this year. Running back's great. Quarterback's great. O-line's pretty good. Tight end's getting there. Tackle, we're going to lose him. Might lose the right guard. Defense, though, I like this side quite a bit. The DTs are some issues there, but DBs are amazing. Linebackers are pretty damn good. Let's get it. Year 4. Of course, do the training camp first. Campanero, star dev. We'll take it, I guess. I almost forgot about the contract re-signings. The thing is, there's not really much to re-sign because we have no money. Cam Jordan's next year. Sutton isn't yet, I don't think, right? So we do have his money coming back to us, but yeah, Quinn Minor is gone. Simply put, I'm not paying nearly $30 million for a guard per year. Barron, yeah, he's gonna stick around. So I'm not sure what we're doing with corner, to be honest. $22 million left. Sanders, he really hasn't developed, but a 2-year 14, why not, right? So we need a new right guard, which we already have a replacement for. So we're losing an amazing lineman, but yeah, $30 million per year. It's too much, and we are losing Jenkins too. But look at the season we're having. Yay. And yeah, another bye week. Fantastic. Again, these are the playbooks if you wanted to see them. We just changed the offensive scheme to Green Bay last year, like halfway through. But apparently playbooks don't play that much of a factor, huh? Yeah, okay, sure. If you say so. 2 games lost, Chargers and Falcons. So this time was not the Chiefs. We actually took them on and beat them twice. Speaking of the Chiefs, they missed the playoffs, thankfully. Who else do we have? So no Bengals either. You do have the Ravens, but they're the 2 seed. So, as long as we win, we don't have to play them until the championship round. So, yeah, not bad. Bo Nix, 36 touchdowns, 6 picks, 3,900 yards. Not the best, to be honest. Hodges, way better year, though. Mims, great. Should be X-Factor. Sutton was great. Could be X-Factor. Franklin's okay. Ellis is okay. Blocking, it's Madden. It's Madden. What can I tell you? Benito, though, could go to Superstar. Huge year. Cam Jordan, better. Zach Allen, not bad. Worse than before, but, 9.5 sacks for DT is great. McMichael, 7 for the rookie. Not bad. Picks, a bunch, actually. Kicking, McLaughlin's worst year for us. And then punting, obviously, always going to be great. And let's take a look at the award wins, if any. I'm trying to think. Maybe linebacker wins best rookie. Penix, MVP of the league. Okay, that's a little surprising. Not super surprising. Falcon scheme's decent, but a little surprising. And yeah, Ben Morrison does win it. Probably would have preferred McMichael, as DT is now the bigger positional need. Linebacker's been okay, whereas DT has been really bad outside of one singular player. Either way, though, back in the playoffs. It's year 4, which is a year that we win a lot of Super Bowls. Let's see it. Is it going to just be a team that kills it in the regular season, never does anything in the post? Let's find out. The Bills, probably the worst poll we could have had as the number 1 seed following the bye week. Let's see how it goes. At least this one's not in the snow, right? Last time it didn't really go that well in the snow. 7-0. Offense at least finally put up, some points early on. Defense doing great. Offense finally gets, another touchdown. It's 14 all at halftime. Bills take the lead, 21-14. And just like that, we are going to lose the game. 3rd and 10. They get the conversion. You've got to be kidding me. 3rd and 5 for the 6. You got to get a stop here. This offense, dude, it just sucks. It is crazy how bad this offense is. Like, they're just not scoring at all. Bringing the blitz. Got to get Josh Allen down. They're going to run this all the way down, huh? Late to Cook and delay of game. Great coding. Now, here's not to say that you can't convert 3rd and 10, but how much you want to bet this is a touchdown. Every time. Every time. I don't know what it is, but you get to the goal line, and it's like 99% of the time it's a touchdown. I don't know how it's possible. It just is. I just wanted to test it. That was literally just for scientific purposes. Like, I know it hurts us, but I needed to know. I needed to know. And, of course, without fail, exactly what we said was going to happen happened. Zig. Got to get that throw. And, again, we try a Mims slot play to the outside, and it's 2 yards short. I just have too much trust in the guy, apparently. Too much trust in Bo Nix. 4th and 4. I mean, we get the stop, so it's not over. Oh, my God, dude. This team. Holy. How are they this bad? EA just hates the Broncos, huh? 6 minutes left. Oh, now we're going to start scoring. Now let's make it look good, huh, EA? What happened here? 3rd and 17, all right? I mean, it's not over. If they get this first down, though, it is pretty much over. Like, why are we, like, the best team, yet always the underdogs at home? He's going to take a shot, swat this. Oh! Are you kidding me? Denver is just prone to this. How? I mean, we lost now. Like, yeah, you can get the stop, but it doesn't really mean anything. That's crazy. There's going to be a failed rebuild because the playoffs are just impossible. Screen pass. Oh my God, what a hit by Cooper. And we can't, like, there's no tricks, right? Like, there's no let them score to save time. You can't let them score. We lose the game on it. Just got to hope they throw it, honestly. Another hit by Coop. Asking for a miracle, which we're not going to get. We couldn't even do anything in normal situations, let alone miracle o'clock. And we do get the sack, which sucks. I wish we would have got him to throw the ball. Another wasted bye week. We're going to have to score, like, almost immediately. Problem is this team doesn't really have those types of scorers, right? This is a pick them apart type of offense. Taking a long time to throw it. It's actually a pretty good throw. Did he catch that? Oh, my! What is happening in this game? That is probably the craziest play we're going to have all Madden 26. And I know they just caught that crazy play down the field to set up a touchdown. Look at this. Wow. And gets out of bounds. Insane. The play took us 18 seconds. That's not true. It was less than that, but it felt like 18 seconds. And we almost have a situation where if we score right here, we could fail the onside kick. Nah, that's not going to happen. And why are we not going for that, please? I was going to say where we could fail the onside kick, but still just make a stop. That's not true. Not anymore, at least. That's potentially a touchdown? No, it's not. Good pick, I guess. Yeah, just too much to come back from. The team was just down by 2 possessions the entire way. It's tough. It's tough. What a throw. Catch, but means nothing. Another first round for us exit. 2 bye weeks, 2 instant losses. Again, you cannot tell me that is not the game saying, yeah, Denver's good, but do you really think they're better than the Bills? I don't know. Let's not make them go any further. Again, I've never seen the Broncos win an AI Super Bowl. I just haven't. Just haven't. Doesn't matter how many years it's been, they don't win it. 15-2. Twice now, right? We had it last year. We had the bye week. I don't know if it was 15-2. I think it was, though. 15-2 back-to-back years. And back-to-back years, we lose our first game in the playoffs to the team that makes the Super Bowl. That's tough. Yeah. I mean, obviously very plausible, very possible. But at the same time, what am I doing out here rebuilding if I just can't beat a team for no reason at all? We're the better team. Sooner or later, that's got to mean something, right? That's got to mean we deserve to win, right? I think. Maybe. Oh, man. Either way, let's take a look at the dev-ups. Any at all. Stallings, I think, went up in dev, and that's it. Not even Fuller went up, sadly. Stallings, and that's it, but he's obviously really good, so... Yeah, I'm not sure what we're going to do with this final year, because, again, drafting is kind of pointless, but I also don't think we have the money to make a trade. So unless we make a trade for a player that just got paid by the team that we're trading from, I guess we do just draft normally. I don't know. But at the same time, you know, it hasn't worked out. So what do you want from me? Like, do I just keep doing the same thing that hasn't worked? Team's worse this year coming up than it would have been in last season. So common sense tells us if we weren't good enough to win it last year as a 15-2 team, don't know how we're going to be good enough this year. Quinn Miners, though, 98 overall. That is so harsh. So harsh. Very hard to get to 99 overall as a lineman, unless you started there. Verse, can't believe no one can afford him. All people can afford him, though, apparently. Saquon don't need him. Mylata, this is when the teams that are good right now in real life kind of fall off because they can't afford anybody. But, yeah, we kept most of our players. Sure, you lose the guard, but that's one player out of a whole squad of talent. It's crazy, though, that we're only at 91 overall. I don't know why. I feel like we should have been higher. Either way, you know, we lose some linemen, yet we don't miss a step, right? The guys look perfectly fine. So if I'm going to make a trade, maybe for a tight end. Linebacker wouldn't hurt either, to be fair, but maybe a tight end. Tight end DT. Let's see if we can make a trade, because I'm just not. Dude, let's just not. Drafting for no reason. There's no point. We trade Sutton, Fraley, a first and a third for Will Campbell and Trey Nash from the Patriots. Might try to add somebody else as well, because, again, there's no point in doing a draft. Final year, the rebuild, the team is as good as it's going to get. I mean, what else do you want, right? All of this to upgrade linebacker slightly. It's not really a win, but, again, I'm to my end. Again, you can have the greatest team in the world and not win a Super Bowl, but that's not our goal. My goal isn't, oh, have a pretty good team and, oh, unlucky, you didn't win it. I want to win the damn thing. So, final year, year 5, I can go out saying I did everything I could to make this team better. All right, final year. That's what the team looks like. 91 overall. I don't truly buy that. Like, how are we the exact same overall before putting all the players in, like Nash and Henley and Campbell and all that? But we'll find out. We have went 30-4 in the regular season over the last 2 years and have not won a playoff game. There's nothing more I can do after this. I just hope we at least get another chance at it. So somehow we only lose our right guard, and we gain a higher overall tackle, higher overall DT, a higher overall linebacker, and we're worse. Sure. $142 million. Let's do a little speed run. Get our team. Really? With the green interest, he really is fighting this. Okay. Sertan, sure, 2-year deal, $62 million. We got to make sure we have money for everyone. Oh, Campbell, maybe not. Barnes, the left tackle, Favors, the left guard. Team's falling apart. Benito, 3-year, really don't want to do that. Let's do one of these. 3-year, 107. Nice, not bad actually. $66 million. Ufunga, you're losing Allen for sure. The regression's going to be bad. Yeah, I mean, year 5 is the best team it's going to be. We're about to lose a bunch of players. Let's see what happens. This final week means a lot. It's the Chiefs. It means a ton. Let's see what happens. Come on. Come on, EA, give it to me. Why are you taking so long? And we do win, which gives us a game against the Chiefs. 10-7. Finishing this thing how it technically started last year in real life. The 7th seed after 2-15-2 seasons, our best roster yet, technically. Unless you consider Quinn Miners the greatest of all time or something, which, I mean, he was a very good overall, but he is not better than 3 players. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, it's just, no. Bo Nix, 43 touchdowns, 9 picks, 4,600 yards. Hodges, 1,100 yards, 5 touchdowns. Mims, amazing. That's an X factor. Troy Franklin, decent. Ellis, pretty good. Ivory, not bad. O-line, left tackle, right tackle, 25 sacks allowed. That's the Madden average. Pass rush, Jordan, 12.5. Nick Benito, 11. 10.5 for Allen. Maybe should have changed the defensive scheme this whole time. Maybe that's why. I don't know. Maybe. But let's take a look at MVP and all that stuff, which we should be in the top 10. Yeah, number 7 for Bo Nix. Back-to-back years of MVP for Penix. And, of course, we will now win Rookie of the Year because we didn't have a single rookie in general. The Chiefs, 92 overall. We're higher overall still. Can't believe they got to 92, though. That's actually kind of insane. If we do this whole rebuild and don't get a single playoff win, which, I mean, we're going against the Chiefs here. This is by far our hardest playoff opponent. I'm going to be pretty pissed. 7-0, nice start. 14-0, nice start. And just like that, it's gone. 28 points in the first quarter between the two teams as we do nothing with the ball ever since then. Okay, we get a touchdown. Right before half, we do nothing. 21 all. Defense trying its best. 4th and 5, get the stop. Interception by Bynum, 4th and 13. Defense is trying everything it can while the offense is trying everything it can to lose the game. Huge touchdown, 4-point lead. 3rd and 2, not going to get the stop. 3rd and 12 gets the stop. Start of the 4th quarter. Touchdown would win it. 3rd and 14, this is a huge opportunity. Tried this play, didn't really work for us. Ivory's kind of the guy here. Maybe Ellis if not. And, oh, we had him. Damn it. Ellis, though, holds on to the 25. Wow. Who was that left to right? Was it Mims? Franklin? One of the two. Already predetermined Ellis. I felt like we were running out of time, which we definitely were. Didn't make the read left to right. An unbelievable throw. Pulls away from Bolton, who's lost a step figuratively and literally in this game. And with that, it could be the dagger. I mean, it's very early in this game, but this, yeah, 11 points is tough to come back from, especially when Hufanga picks off Mahomes. Touchdown would close the game, and they get it. We finally win a playoff game. 42-31 will be the final. What a damn rocket ship to Ellis for, I mean, essentially the game winner. Of course, there were a lot of picks, but 5 touchdowns. You love the resilience. Hodges, 90-yard touchdown. You don't hate that. What a game. great resilience. 3 picks. That's tough to dial it back in and, hit another 2 touchdowns after the 3 picks, maybe even more. Who knows? Maybe started with like 1 touchdown, 3 picks. I'm not sure, but we're moving on to the divisional round, which I guess technically we haven't made it past this round. So even though we finally won a playoff game, we technically haven't done anything just yet. Taking on the Colts, 6 points over them. Probably going to lose. All right, Colts Broncos, obviously a little bit of a history. 10-0, not a bad start. Second quarter, Colts get a touchdown. It's a 7-point game. It's now a 3-point game. Now it's a 10-point game. Now it's a 13-point game. 6-point game anyways. No one's really scoring here. I don't like it. Slow sim at 4th and 17. Obviously, they get the stop. 4th and inches. Pretty big play here. I doubt they kick a punt, but you never know. They could. And they will punt it. I don't know if I agree with this. Go Mullins here. I get it. Both sides' defense is doing well, but, at this point, offense has got to score at some point. You keep playing the back and forth game, sure. But at some point, you realize the clock is gone. You can't do it anymore. 4.5 minutes, I think, is that time. Especially, no, it's not. It's a 6-point game. Field goal does win it, but yeah, it's tough. If you don't get it, you do lose the game there. But at the same time, with 4.5 minutes left, we're like 2 first downs away from winning the game. And a penalty is definitely going to help that. Another first down there. Problem is we're scoring those first downs too quickly. But in the end, that field goal will be enough. And we will hold on to the win. 23-14. Defense cooked. Really, like how many points did they give up in the second half? Oh, wow. I guess we'll never know. They just kicked us right out. Guess you can obviously look, but it's not going to really mean anything because they don't show you the scoring summary, I don't think. That's the wrong thing. Don't think they do. Oh, no, they do. They do. If that's actually true. 3 whole points between 2 teams in the second half. Actually kind of crazy defensive battle. But yeah, those are the numbers. Jordan, wow, 3.5 sacks. Allen with 2. Actually built a little bit of a D-line, and Nash isn't even really a part of that. But hey, we won some games. We made it to the championship round going against the Chargers. Very ironic that, this is the team they just beat, or they lost to, I should say, to start this rebuild, technically. All right, going to the end of the game. See how we're living. 0-0. First quarter, 0-0. You drive for 3 points. You drive for no points. 3-0. Chargers score. We get a score. 10-7. Scoring starting to commence a little bit. 6-point game. Fourth quarter, we are down by 1. Huge first down. 3rd and 10, though. This is the moment. This is the moment between winning and losing right here. Ellis Sanders getting just abused there. This flood switch play has had some potential. Of course, no Quinn Minor, so we don't even know who's blitzing anymore. Such an OP ability, and we don't have it. That's a great throw. Drops it. Nice. Well, obviously, you got to punt the ball now. That's a perfect throw by Bo Nix. That cannot be dropped. That is an inexcusable, Broncos fans are remembering that forever type of drop. They're moving. Dude, they are moving down the field like nobody's business. They just wasted 7 minutes and are at the 3. Holy. Obviously a run, so we're in run commit. Can Henley make a play against his former team? And barely, to be honest, barely. There's no way we get to stop here. It's going to be a 2-point conversion touchdown to at least tie it. Offense has just struggled so much in the playoffs. And great tackle, to be fair. Of course, not really calling a timeout here for obvious reasons. Don't need them. Don't need those timeouts right now. Bring Cooper as well. To pass, we're probably in some trouble. And free rush. Good job, Stallings. I think it was him. Hufanga, one of them. 8-point game. Offense, dude. Oh, that's so funny. You need 3 yards. You can't muster something up while they're playing, I would imagine, insanely back at the time. Tight end. If he would have dropped that because they wouldn't give us the full-on possession, there's like, oh, yeah, by the way, you're coming back up even though you're falling down. That would have been nuts. Good throw. We'll call timeout here. Again, need the 2-point on top of it. Tough sledding. Ellis been pretty good athleticism for us. And speaking of the athleticism, perfect throw. Ellis down to the 22. Now we're not calling a timeout. Now we're getting pretty close here. I don't want the Chargers to have a chance before, if we even hit overtime. We got to get that clock moving. Could see Franklin win the one-on-one. And we get hit as we're throwing. That's pretty quick pressure. We do like the tight end on this play. This play usually does pretty well for us. Tight end. Every day of the week, I'm debating it. I really don't know. I don't know. I don't know if we should have went in there. Of course, we need this. The go-to play has always been mesh. Franklin's our guy. Franklin or Arroyo. Let's see it. Franklin's just locked up. Arroyo drops it. We lose. Rebuild over. Franklin got his ass clamped. Oh, my. Like, he finally gets open there, but at this point, it's too late. We're literally getting hit as we're throwing. I can't make the read right here that he's getting open. You know, I just, I'm throwing into somebody. Arroyo is physically open. He just drops it. Hits him in the hands. Drops it. That's a tough one. Of course, do still technically have that onside kick. Gotta get it, otherwise you pretty much lose, barring like some blunder on offense. Where because we have 2 timeouts, maybe there's some time, I don't know, probably not, but you got to get to them like immediately. And even then, you got to block the field goal or the punt. You hope they kick a field goal, to be honest. Actually, no, you don't. That's a lie. And they throw it for the dagger, which they get. Wow. Yeah, that's not something they do in real life. That's really stupid, but hey, we had a chance to win beforehand, didn't. There's no one else to blame but the team before us. Not us, obviously, we did nothing wrong. But the game itself, the team apparently as a 93 overall is not good enough to make it to the Super Bowl and potentially win it. We lose to the Chargers. Again, how this thing started, which is just, you can't make this stuff up. Like, you genuinely can't. Like, some of the scripts that have happened have been ridiculous. I mean, we have had so many like that where it's just like, how does that happen? Like, how? The Vikings rebuild where final year, I think it was, we go against the Bills, who also are winless 0-4 in the Super Bowl. And it's just like, how does that happen? But hey, it is what it is. Very successful in terms of regular season, 15-2 back-to-back years. And then another playoff one there. We win a game. Just, unfortunately, he doesn't like the Broncos, I guess. That's the takeaway from this one, I would suppose. It's the only takeaway, other than my willingness to throw everything I own, take away my freedom, so I'll be in prison. 20-16, the Chargers lose anyways. Fantastic. Fan-freaking-tastic. Anyways, DevUps. Mims, X Factor. Ellis, Superstar. Defense, Stallings is an X Factor, all right? That's the team, though. No real-life players anymore on the offensive line. Ellis, 84 overall. Backing in and out is still kind of somewhat slow. Troy Franklin, though, real big surprise here. I really did not expect him to have the glow up he did. Star Dev, then Superstar Dev. He's been good. Been very good. 1,000 yards every season for us, except for 2028. Really good stuff there. As Mims, a little bit different. He's been shifted all around, but obviously looks really good. Short route release, would love to see that higher since he is that short route guy, but slowly got better over the years, and then the final 3 seasons for us, basically kind of taking over for Sutton almost. Unbelievable years. Yards are amazing. Touchdowns are really amazing. And just what a guy he became. Hodges, obviously, though, 98 overall X Factor. What a draft pick. 99 juke, 98 spin, 94 change of direction. I mean, just ridiculous, right? 5th best running back in the league. Numbers haven't been great, though, right? Like yards per carry, 4.5, 4.6, 4.4 are fine. But yards, touchdowns, even those yards per carry when you're a top 5 running back, it's not the best. The yards, it's just not the best. Bo Nix, though, let's see it. 97 overall. Break sack sucks, but everything else is basically maxed out. He's the GOAT. He really isn't because he didn't win a Super Bowl, but he's a good player with many years left. Nick Bonito, definitely want to take a look at him. 91 overall. Yep, there's that speed rusher for you. Gets you in the 90s for pretty much everything that matters. Then we have Mr. Jordan, Cam Jordan. Same situation, super athletic. What up? Actually, you know what? I want to kind of take a look at those 2 guys here. But Nito, he's actually underperformed a lot in this one, and then finally, showed up. Not great, not great. I mean, they're good, just not great. Then finally, finally shown up. Cam Jordan, I believe, outside of maybe, was it this last season? I think he even had one, maybe double digits all the way. No, 27, that's the one. I remember one of the years I thought it was even this year, but it wasn't. Was the year that he dropped, but he did not. Stallings, 92 overall. Look at this guy. Look at this dude. 90s for the coverage. Super athletic. Short as hell, but Totally worth that draft pick. Kept falling. I was like, why not? Sir Dan, let's take a look at this man. 99 overall, 99 man zone, press, 95 speed. He's insane. He's insane. I can't believe we didn't win the damn Super Bowl. I can't believe we didn't even make the Super Bowl in this one. But again, I've said it personally a billion times now. I suppose this makes the rebuilds more fun to watch, in my opinion. If every single rebuild was always a Super Bowl win, what's the point? What is the point? You're going to the video knowing, okay, I know he wins one. What year? Is that really as fun as he might sell? Who the hell knows? Either way, touchdown to pick ratio, Bo Nix is killing it. Chuba Hubbard, backup running back, but he's got the number 1 yards. Hodges, 4.3 yards per carry, 4,900 yards. Touchdowns are low as hell, though. Mims, Franklin, some pretty good numbers. Pass rush, what do we got? What do we got for these guys? Gary, that's, again, backup. Benito, 78.5. Cam Jordan, though, definitely on par to do some pretty good stuff. Pretty good numbers. Take a look at the interceptions. Anything crazy there? Sertan with 25. He's still got a couple years left in him. Unfortunately, though, that is going to be end of this rebuild. We fell short. And at the end of the day, you could do a 6th year, you could do a 7th year, you could do 8th, 9th, 10th. But that was the year, right? That was the year. We have $70 million left. You get Stallings, obviously, but, where's the rest of the money? We're losing significant starters. And at the end of the day, we couldn't do it last year. Couldn't do the year before. How are we going to do it as we keep losing players? I'm not sure. Regardless, though, like I said, if you guys enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Maybe follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Second channel, Pick Air Plays, and I'm Madden content. Been playing Borderlands 4 over there with my friend Schultz, so check that out. More importantly, though, not only can you let me know which team you would like to see rebuilt next, or if there was a challenge rebuild idea, but also, do you agree with that statement? Does not knowing if a Super Bowl is going to be won or not make the videos more fun or not? Because I imagine, I try to watch other rebuilds, but I don't watch them all. So I'm not sure if people do just, some other guys go until they win the Super Bowl. Do you prefer that? Like, hey, if we got to do this rebuild for 30 years, we'll do it for 30 years? Or is it like, well, I'm glad that I don't know because I go into it unexpecting? Let me know. Regardless, appreciate y'all for watching. Panthers franchise tomorrow will be up. And that's about it. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, rant over, yap over. See ya.